Hello, everybody. Good afternoon. It's almost 3 o'clock. We're going to do a tone and balance class today, just to get everybody doing something a little bit different than yoga while we're all working on our self-quarantining. Hope you're getting out at least doing something. And once you get on, hey Roberta, you get the star for watching me every day. And Diane, I'm so glad you're here too. You look great doing the yoga the other day. So I'm gonna be doing this on Facebook today. I'm also gonna try to record it live on YouTube for the first time. So that's gonna be an interesting thing. So I do have some notes that I'm gonna refer to periodically. So hope that doesn't bother you too much. Well, and if it does, I guess you can just pop off the video, right? So let me make sure that's all set up. Let me make sure that the YouTube thing is set up. Let's see, go live. So that should work. I can take my glasses off. Let me shut the door, make sure that Scotty doesn't come in and bother me. So let's do that so that you don't see that fan going. So, happy Sunday, 3 o'clock. My name is Suzanne. I work for MVP down in Florida in the Villages, and very soon these videos are going to be streaming on their website while we're all stuck in our houses. Hopefully you're getting out, staying within your 6 feet of whoever else is out. One of the good things about working out by yourself, you can dress however you like. You don't have to match. In fact, you don't even have to be dressed. I would say today that you should have on some shoes, especially if you're going to use some weights. But I'm going to demonstrate everything today without any weights, so that if you don't have any at home, you don't need to go out and get any, since we don't want you touching anything outside in public anyways. So, all right, so just to get started, if you have a watch and you need to start something, I would do some sort of strength training workout, because my Apple Watch has been talking to me all day for the last 7 days, talking to me about getting my rings shut. So let's just march in place. We're just gonna warm up. I guess you can't really talk to me about what you've been doing today, but I'll let you know what I've been doing, because I like to talk while I work out. So we played golf, working on my golf game for probably a non-existent tournament that's coming up, and finally beat my husband, which was fantastic. This should be getting your steps in, and if you can't make it outside, depending on where you are in the country, you can always just walk around in place, move your arms, get them going. So maybe a little step touch. I know this seems like it might be aerobics, but it really is just getting your leg muscles moving. You don't have to move your arms at all, but once you move your arms, your watch starts registering steps, which is always a good thing. So just get your heart rate up a little bit, get that blood moving. You are welcome to turn on any music that you like. I'm gonna leave the music off for now, but feel free to turn on whatever music gets you motivated to do more than you might do without it. All right, let's come back to center and just lift your knees. So maybe tap opposite, as high up as you can get your knee, and it might just be a little tap, it might just be a toe tap in front. This is fine. You're just going to work on quadricep muscles. And actually, if you have anybody else there to talk to, maybe a dog or a cat. I know my friend Amy's watching, and she has like 300 cats. So if you can talk to them, it's going to raise your heart rate, which is good. It burns more calories. or you can just talk to yourself. All right, so front of the legs should feel like they are getting warm. I'm going to move this chair out of the way so my head doesn't keep getting cut off. And then I want you to start moving, trying to kick your heels back to your glutes. So for me, my knees don't bend very well these days. Kind of hard to get my knee bent. But now we're working the backs of your legs, hamstrings. Because we're going to do, you keep going while I move this chair so that I don't keep kicking it. You can bring your arms forward. Just warming up your arms, your shoulders, back sides of your legs, hamstring curls. And I know I can't see you, but I'm sure you all look fantastic. All right, let's do about 8 more. 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's just stand in place. Let's just do arm circles. So start little circles going backwards. You could just kind of come up on your heels so you keep your legs moving, like just little heel raises one at a time. Then start making your arm circles a little bigger. So once my arms start to go bigger, a little harder to lift each heel off. Kind of hard to get that coordination, but do whatever feels right. All right, let's go back to short, tiny little circles, moving forward. And again, just maybe pump the heels, keep some movement in those legs. Should feel your shoulders starting to burn a little bit. And remember, when you need to take a break, all you got to do is put your arms down. Ooh, how about a little bigger? How about 8, 7, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So just big shoulder rolls. Couple big ones. Always up, back, and down, just to keep those shoulders and spine moving backwards. So arms back, look up. Big stretch as you push those fingers down, and then reach on up with your hands. Maybe grab your hands and reach up. And then with your arms up top, let's just lean over to one side. Come back up to center and lean over to the opposite side. Let's do that 2 more times on each side. Good. 1 more on each side. And last time. And then bring your hands down. Feet are going to go wide. And let's just rotate at your waist. So look to the right, look to the left. Just a little rotation. All right, so we're going to start now with the working portion. To me, it's already felt like I've been working, talking and moving at the same time. But what you can do, if you have a chair, you want to use it for squats, you can. I'm going to show both options. So squats, we're going to stand up. Let's move that back to make sure you can see. So standing in a squat, or standing in front of your chair to get ready to squat. So if you're going to sit down, you're just going to come down, sit on the chair, and rise right back up. You're going to keep on doing that. Probably, let's say, 15 times. So your options are to move away from the chair And just sit down like you're gonna sit in the chair, and then I'd like you to try to raise up on your toes so that you work on a little balance, maybe raising your hands all the way up. So as we tone the legs and the arms when we do the next couple exercises, we're also going to work on balance. And so one of the bad things about me doing this all by myself with no music is that I have no idea what number we're on. So I'm going to assume we're going to do 4 more. 3, 2, and 1. So this time, I want you to come up. I want you to try to reach your arms all the way up, come up on the balls of your feet, and hang out here in a balance. So your arms can come away. They can come out to the side if you need them to. Or they can come to your heart center. You decide what works. You can also shut your eyes. Just try to balance on your balls of your feet. If you need to hold on to the chair, feel free to do that. Hang out for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower those heels down, lower your hands down, and then you stay facing where you're facing. I'm just going to turn this way. We're going to go back into that squat again, so I'm just going to show you. When you come down into your squat, your knees right over your toes, not forward of your toes, but back here, and we're going to hang out just in the squat. So let's put your hands at your heart and just hang out here. So it's kind of a wall sit without the wall. If you need to be right at the chair, you're just going to kind of rest your booty right on the edge of that chair. And then if you can, in that squat, you're going to lift your heels and try to just be on the balls of your feet again. So whatever you can do, hold on if you need to, for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Standing up. Move that away again. So if you need the chair to balance, keep it next to you. Maybe, let's move it right here. So what we're going to do now is work on, so we worked on lower body. Now we're going to move to upper body. Let your lower body rest as we just move right into more things. So palms up. Let's squeeze your fists and then just open them. Squeeze real tight and then open them. And then find something kind of in between. Then just bend and straighten. So if you have weights and you want to grab them, you can go ahead and do that. If you don't, just really think about your biceps doing the work here. So just really think about squeezing. If you're going to use weights, I want you to keep doing it until your muscles fatigue. Till you just can't do any more, because with me and no weights, and the rest of you with no weights, we're going to be able to do this a little bit longer. So what I would like you to do for the balance portion is hang out on your right foot. So put the weight on your right as you're moving your arms, and lift your left foot up. Find your focal point and stare at it. So it's something in front of you that's not moving. So if you're looking at your phone or your TV, it's certainly not me, because I am moving. So just look a little bit down, a little bit up. Let's do 4 more. 3, 2. All right, keep the arms moving. And place the left foot down, lift the right knee. So again, your option is just to put your toes down or lift that foot and knee up. This is parallel tree in yoga. You have about 12 more curls. Nice and tall with your spine, belly button pulled in. How about 7 more? 6, 5, 4. It's all right if you fall over. 3, 2, and 1. All right, slowly lower down. Big shoulder rolls. All right, grab your hands behind you. Open up your chest. Bring your palms together, pull your shoulder blades apart. And then open up again. And come back down in. Stretch your back again. And then your thumbs back and down. And look up. All right, we're going back to the lower body. Even though we did use our lower body for that balance, let's take your right leg. You're going to step it forward, and you're going to bend your knees. So we're going to go into a lunge. You can definitely hold on to the chair if you need to. You're going to sink down, lowering that knee as far as you can. Then you're going to press back and take your other leg and bring it forward. Once you get down there, you're going to press back and then take the other leg. So your arms are going to do whatever feels right. Maybe bending and coming to prayer position and pushing back. So from the side, it's going to look like this. Knee right over your ankle, or a little bit behind is fine, not forward. You press back, you come forward, you press back. So we're just going to do it, I don't know, another 30 seconds or so. Let's see, yep. So keep that spine long. Keep thinking about somebody pulling your spine, the crown of your head all the way up towards the ceiling. Make sure that you're breathing. I would try to exhale as you're pressing back through that foot. Use the chair if you need it. You got about 1 more on each side. All right. Just kind of hang out. Maybe shake things out a little bit. And we'll go into the balance portion of this. So hold on if you need to. Right foot out in front. Left foot back. Find your lunge again. Make sure you can see your big toe in front. And we're just going to hang here in lunge. Hands at your heart, or at your side, or up overhead. Your option is to lift your right heel off the floor. Lower down if you can with that back knee, hands wherever. Let's hold for 2 or 3 more breaths. Nice and tall, shoulders relaxed. Breathe. Lower the heel. Let's step the back leg forward and the right leg, step it back. Hold on to the chair if you need it. Lower yourself down. Back knee down, front knee over the ankle or slightly behind. Find your position wherever you want to be. Hands at your heart, side, up. Hold on if you need to. When you want, if you want, raise that heel up on the front foot and breathe. 4 full breaths. Nice job. One more breath. Put that heel down, step that back leg forward. Take your feet wide and a little rotation. All right, for me, even with my fan going, sweating a little bit, let's grab something to drink, because you should be drinking something. Water would be great, but whatever you have with you is great. So what's next on the list? All right, we have the dreaded push-ups. So not one of my favorite exercises, but that's probably because they're hard, and I don't really like hard things, but they're good for you. So they're a good way to work your shoulders, your chest, and your biceps. Lots of options. You can go to a wall if you have one and do them at the wall. With your hands at the wall, you're just gonna come forward and press. If you have a chair, you're gonna do them here maybe, come down and up. So your hips are low and you're down and up. So you decide where you want to be. Floor is fine, knees are fine, and toes are fine. I think I'll just stay on my knees. Let's bring your hands as wide as you can. If you use a chair, you probably don't have a lot of options, but let's have your hands wide. If you're already doing them, fantastic. We're going to do sets of 10, and we're going to try to do 3 sets of 10. So let's go. If you're already starting, fantastic. If you're going to be with me, then I'm going right now. So here's 10, 9, 8, 7. So you're just coming down to a 90-degree angle. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Push back into child's pose. So hips are back, forehead down, and just breathe. So you can be on your forearms, stack your fists, all those various options you have. Everybody doing okay? Hope so. I'm kind of getting a little sweaty, and my heart rate is definitely elevated. Yep. All right, let's go again. Ready? Let's go down and up. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Take a little break. If you want to keep going, feel free. I'm taking a break. So wipe up any sweat. You can sit up on your knees, stretch however you'd like to. All right, let's do our last 10. Hands out. All right, any little weird thoughts that are going on in your head, push them aside. Toes, knees, chair, wall, whatever you want. Ready? 3, 2, 1, go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice job. Little stretch, and then slowly make your way to a standing position. Big shoulder rolls, feet wide, little twist. Maybe big arm circles, up and back and down, and then let's go forward 3 times. Nice. All right, grab some more water if you need it. So that was upper body. Now we got lower body. All right, your water bottle maybe is a good thing to have. Let's put it right here in front of you, or your towel, or nothing, it's perfectly fine. Your right foot, so let's start with that. So we're gonna work your glutes, your abs, and your core, which is your abs. Really your core anywhere from your quads all the way up to your shoulders. I want everything facing forward the best you can. You're gonna tip at your hip. Your back leg is either just gonna kickstand with your toes. You're gonna try to reach both hands down to your bottle, and then you're gonna come all the way back up to a standing position. Foot back on the floor if you want. So you're gonna reach, lifting the back leg if you can, and then back up. So it's a single leg deadlift. If again, you need to leave that foot on the floor and just reach, perfectly fine. You're gonna feel your hamstring and your glute and your core engage as you lift and lower. So just going down and up. We're just mostly going on time. Maybe doing 10 on each side. I'm going to try to count this time. That's 5. Just keep your focus on that bottle or your towel. Just watch it. This is 7. Slight bend in that right knee. 8. And 9. And 1 more. So I don't know if you noticed when you get back to both feet, feet are wide. It should have gotten a little bit easier as you went from the first one to the 10th one. Might have gotten harder as far as you felt it more, but easier as far as your balance, because your brain figures out what you are trying to do and makes adjustments and helps you balance, which is why we should work on our balance so that we know what we're doing later on. All right, let's try the other side. So left leg should be maybe a little harder on the left side for the majority of you if you're right-handed. So just tip down and rise back up. So as you're doing that, that was 1. I'm just going to go from the side and show you. 2. Let's go 3. So you're just reaching down. That foot can be down. Don't have to go all the way. 4. And 5. Try to come all the way back up into a nice strong set position. Your shoulders up, back, and down. This is 6, I hope. 7. Yeah, 8. Maybe some of them don't look all right. That's perfectly fine. And then your last one. And actually, since I just kind of screwed up one of mine, I'm going to do 1 more. All right. All right, shake that out a little bit. Twist maybe. All right, so that was balance for sure. Now what I'd like us to do is try to balance just a little bit more. So take that left leg, step that right one back, tip at your hip, bend forward. So we're going to try to find that warrior 3 or that deadlift position, and we're going to try to stay here. You can reach down, but what I'd like to try to do is work on your back muscles. So that soft grip with your hands, slightly bend your elbows, and bring your arms up and then lower them back down. So try to squeeze your shoulder blades together and lower back down. So if you need to hold on to the chair, you're gonna hold on to the chair and just work on one arm at a time. So when we do the other leg, you're just gonna make sure that you're doing the other arm. So let's do 4 more. 3, 2, and 1. Come back up, switch legs. So right leg, left leg for you. Tip forward, keep your foot down if you'd like. Switch the chair to the other side so that you're holding on with your opposite hand if you need the chair. Bend forward, arms slightly bent, like you have a big beach ball. Then you're gonna pull your shoulder blades together and bring them back down. Arms out wide and down. Let's do 6 or 7 more. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Standing up, both feet, arms out, feet wide, little rotation again. All right, and then let's do a stretch and a balance all together. So if you have a chair, most of us are gonna need it probably, but if you can, stand on your right foot, cross your leg over, and sink down. So you're gonna feel a nice stretch here in your glutes. Hold on to the chair if you need it, or how about you just sit on the chair and be here. Just trying to stretch out those glutes. They really, really worked in those single leg deadlifts and warrior threes. So let's switch. I'm just gonna sit. Keep your spine long, so try not to slouch, and breathe. Everybody still okay? Thumbs up. I'm really, really, really happy that you all are working out with me, because I really wouldn't be doing this all by myself, even though I am all by myself. And you're all by yourself in your house. Nothing takes the place of a good group exercise class. But when you can't do that, at least we're all doing it together, even though we're apart. So I really do appreciate it. We still got more to do, so don't leave me. Maybe about 10 more minutes. Okay, let's see. Let's come down onto your hands and knees. So if you have trouble with your knees, I'm going to give you options, so don't worry about that. We're going to move the chair aside. If you have a mat or something you want to use, that would be great, because if you're just on hardwood, probably not good to just be down on your hands and knees on that. So grab a blanket if you have it. If you don't, then you're just going to take the options that I'm going to show you. So down on your hands and knees. And if you don't want to be on your hands and knees, so let me turn this way. I'm going to give you the options right after I show you. Tiger pose. So knees are underneath your hips, hands underneath your shoulders. You're going to take your right arm and reach it straight out, and your left leg straight back. You're going to bring all that back down, and you're going to extend out through your opposite arm and opposite leg, and come back to center. And do opposite, reset, and opposite, and reset. If you want to be on your belly, perfectly fine. You reach your arms out. Don't know if you can see me. You're going to lift opposite arm and back down, and opposite arm and back down. So you go ahead and do that while I just adjust this camera. Hello. Pull this a little bit forward. Pull this down. There we go. So you're here, here, and here. Up and down. You don't want to lift your chin way high, but you should feel it in your low back, your glutes, your shoulders, no matter what position you are in. We're going to go 2 more times on each side. Trying really to lengthen your body. 1 more time each side. Alright, then you're going to stay where you are. If you're on your belly, stay right there. If you're on your hands and knees, stay right there. We're going to do the balance portion now, which I know you were already balancing, but you're moving. So when we move in balances, it's a little bit easier because you have momentum helping you. So now we're going to do the same thing, but we're going to stay in the tiger pose on each side for about 5 breaths each. So either on your belly or on your hands and knees, lift and extend, right arm, left leg. Looking straight down if you're on your hands and knees, slightly in front of your face if you're laying down. Inhale and exhale. 2 more breaths. And then let's switch to the other side. Left arm, left leg. Try to make sure that those hips stay nice and steady and even to the floor the best you can. That leg doesn't have to be high in the back. 3 more breaths. Let's push our hips back into child's pose. Take a little recovery breath or 2. And then we're going to work on a little bit more abs, targeted abs. You're working your abs the whole time with all that balance. So if you're somebody who doesn't like to be on the floor, a bed is fine. A couch is fine. Probably more like a bed would be better. So you need a little bit of room. You're going to bend your knees, lay back, put your hands behind your head, and we're just going to do what I'm going to call crazy 8s. Used to do this a lot when we taught just our 30-minute ab class. So we'll just do 8 of each thing I say as I just come up with them. So just basic crunch now. So core, belly button into your spine, hands behind your head. Let's just lift up and lower down. We're going to do 7 more. 6, 5, 4, exhaling as you come up. 3, 2, and 1. Now to the corner, right side only. 8, 7. You can reach with your hand, but leave both feet on the floor. 5, 4, look at that right elbow as you twist. 3, 2, and 1. Left side, leave both feet down. Look at your left, right elbow, left elbow. That's your left elbow, right? Yep, left. So 4 more over here. 4, 3, 2, 1. Going back to the other side, you're going to lift that knee now. Do 8 over here. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Really twist at your waist. 2, and 1. Let's switch sides. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's bring your knees up over your hips and just crunch. 8. If this doesn't feel right, just go right back to your toes and your feet on the floor. That's 3. That's 4. You have 4 more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Next progression would be your legs straight up in the air. And again, bend them if you need to. Put your feet back on the floor. You have 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We're going to alternate reaching for your toes over to each side with a little twist. So reach 8, 8, 7, 7, 6, 6, 5. Don't let your neck get involved. 4, 4, 3. If you need to, here's your option. 2, 2, 1, and 1. Let's lift your upper body up and hold for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Your head comes back down. You're going to lower one leg at a time. So let's pick your right leg and go down and back up. Then your other leg. That's 1. So let's bend your knees if you need to. And other. So I'm going to keep my knees bent mostly because I'm running into my couch. That's 3 and 3. 4. If this hurts your lower back, bend your knees even more. That's 5. I should run some sort of contest to see how many times I've screwed up on the count. Give some grand prize if you can catch all of the mistakes. 1 more each time. Alright, then let's just give yourself a little hug. Bring those knees in. And let's drop your knees towards me. So really, all the things we've done today, given the time frame, as long as you're doing the same amount pretty much on each side, doesn't matter whether we've done 10 on one side, 11 on the other. It does make a difference if you do 2 on one side and 20 on the other. Let's bring your knee up to center and let them go to the opposite side. You can look over to me, look up at the ceiling. Just breathe. One more big breath. All right, then you're going to come up to a seated position. You can stay on the floor if you'd like. I'm going to sit up on the chair for those of you who do not want to stay on the floor. But everything I do on the chair, you can definitely do just sitting down. So in a nice, comfortable seated position, let's lift your arm up. Grab your elbow right below your elbow. And just stretch those triceps. Let's switch. Big deep breaths. Let's take your arms back behind you. See if you can grab your elbows. If you can't, you're just going to maybe grab the chair behind you or just interlace your fingers, open up your chest. Breathe. Let's bring your palms together. Pull your shoulder blades apart. Relax that. Take one hand behind you, grab the other hand and tip your head over so you're making a little chicken wing. Stretching that neck and your shoulder. And then let's go the opposite direction. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Coming back to center. Let's do that little stretch again. So cross your right leg over your left. Again, you can do this seated. You can kind of lean forward a little bit if that feels okay. Always tipping at your hip and breathing. And then let's sit back up, switch legs, tip forward again. One more stretch. So let's put your legs out in front of you. If you're sitting on a chair, actually even if you're just sitting on the floor, legs are a little bit wider than your hips. They can be all the way out. I'd like to just stretch your hamstrings. So just fold forward till you can start to feel your hamstrings and your calves. So toes are going to point up towards the ceiling. Maybe you're going to grab the bottoms of your feet and pull them towards you as your heels go out. Your knees can slightly bend, and you're looking down somewhere in line with your feet and breathing. Take one more breath. Slowly come up. So walk up on your legs if you're sitting on the chair. Bring your feet together. One big breath. Inhale up. Exhale away with a big ah. Hands at your heart. Thank you so much for joining me today. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Have fun whatever you're doing in isolation or in a socially acceptable distance away from somebody. So see you next time. I'll post on Facebook what the next workout is. Have a fabulous day. Thank you again. Bye-bye.